Hi, my name is Dalton Sneed, and I chose to do the gratitude assignment for my presentation. Before starting that assignment, I didn't truly understand the full meaning of gratitude, or how to define it, if you will. So after further research, I found that two researchers by the name of Adler and Fagley define gratitude as appreciating what is valuable and meaningful to oneself, otherwise stated as being grateful for someone or something. Now, choosing someone was a difficult choice for me. I could have chose my parents or my grandparents or my siblings, people who've played a huge role in getting me to where I am today. But I wanted to think outside the box. I wanted to think of someone I wasn't related to that did play that huge role, that I wouldn't be where I am today without them. So, have you ever had someone in your life that pushed you to your absolute limits and beyond, that constantly rode you and was on you, and you felt like you could never do anything right or could never do anything good enough? That led me to think of my old high school coach, Coach Heavner. He was my high school coach for junior and senior year, and before meeting him, I thought this was the absolute perfect situation for me. He was a younger guy, 28 years old. He played quarterback, the position I played at the University of Arizona, and he did it really well. So I thought this is going to be great. You know, he's going to teach me everything that I needed to know to get to that next level, to chase my dreams, to get where I want to be, and basically follow in his footsteps. Now, upon meeting him and starting weightlifting and training on the field, he wasn't liked by many. And when I say many, I mean also not very liked by me. You know, he constantly beat me down. And like I said, he made me feel like I could never do anything good enough. That it wasn't how he liked it precisely. He was strict, he was stern, he demanded perfection. He held me to a level that I had never been held before, and he set the ceiling so incredibly high that I never thought I would even look to get to that ceiling. And as much as I hated it at the moment, as much as I felt I could never be good enough or do what he was asking, sitting in this chair today, I wouldn't be here without him doing that to me. And that's why I chose this gratitude assignment, because I suddenly realized that without that, I wouldn't be here, just plain and simple. As much as I've been talking him down, he was extremely good at what he did. He knew exactly what he was doing, and he was almost a guru. He did stuff that I'd never seen before, and stuff that obviously I wasn't good at, and that's maybe why I felt that I wasn't doing anything good enough for him. I mean, and many other people felt that way. Like I said, strict and demanded perfection. Bottom line, no questions asked. So this kind of leads me into me writing my letter. And in my letter, I was brutally honest with him. In my introduction, I stated how I really didn't like him. That, like I said, he pushed me to my limits and basically skewed off that. But as I got into the body of my paper, I started telling him how appreciative I am for that, and that he changed my life for the better, not only as a football player, but also in the classroom, because he demanded you are on time for class, you do every assignment, and you do good on your assignments. No questions asked. He demanded that off the field, you're great, how you represent not only the football team, not only your family, but yourself. You be a leader, you be respectful to your elders, yes ma'am, no ma'am, and you carry yourself at a higher standard than anybody else. Now, I explained how grateful I was for that, and that I aspire to be the father and the mentor and the coach that he was to not only me, but to so many others. As I closed, I basically stated that I wouldn't have a scholarship without him, that I wouldn't be going to school pretty much without him, that he's set my life up for such success that, like I said, I wouldn't be here without him. Bottom line, I'd probably be living at home in Arizona, working and doing something that I didn't love, that where my heart was not at. So as I concluded my letter, I I was at a loss for words. At a pause, I closed and I didn't really know what else to say. I waited, and there's a long pause, and I hear him sniffle, as if he's crying, and I was taken back dramatically because all I've ever seen from my coach is that macho man, the very masculine, straight face, just basically what I'm saying is there's no way I would have ever seen this coming. And so it was awesome. It was awesome. So he, like I said, he sniffles and he pretty much tells me that's the greatest thing that anyone's ever told him. That as a coach or as a teacher or a boss or even as a parent, that the only thing you're wanting to do is better those players, students, your children's life. That's why you do what you do day in and day out, is to make those people's lives better. And that he had never felt the way that I made him feel through my letter. That he was so taken back and so, I don't even have a word for it, so appreciative and loved that I showed my appreciation for him. That he was just speechless, and it was hands down one of the greatest phone calls I've ever had, especially with someone that I didn't expect to ever even have that kind of phone call with. So that conversation was awesome, and we caught up for a little bit, and said we were going to stay in touch and whatnot, and hung up. So the call was great, and so kind of rolling that into the few days or weeks afterwards, I saw through a complete different lens, and I still do, for my coaches now, and have a whole different appreciation for what they do day in and day out, and how they approach the things they do, and why when I'm getting screamed out on the field, it's for a reason. Hear the message, not the tone. But my appreciation for coaches and those in a leadership role who are passing on knowledge is so much greater, because without them, I don't know where I'd be. Now, with gratitude, I did further research, and I found that it's directly correlated to mental health. And with my research, I found that a researcher by the name of Wong did a study with several hundred subjects. And in this study, he had half of them write gratitude letters, just like we did, and half of them write down expressive writing, such as what they did that week or what was bothering them, or so on and so forth. And he found that how much this gratitude letter plays in mental health and how greatly it makes people's days and their moods and just overall well-being in life was astonishing. And I personally can tell you that the moment after that phone call and the days that followed, my mental health was completely better. I was happier. I was happy to see my coaches. I was happy to be coached by them. Nobody could break me down, no matter if they're screaming in my face. I know it's for a reason, that they're trying to better my life and better my skill on and off the field. So my message to leave with you guys is, next time you're pushed by that coach or that parent or that teacher or that boss at your job, or anyone of a higher stature for that matter, don't let it get you down. Embrace it. Embrace it completely. Because no matter how much you hate it or think that they're out to get you, to just break you down, and you feel like you can't ever do anything good enough, they're doing it for one reason. And that one reason is to make you better. As a person, as a student, as an athlete, as an overall person in life. And that's why I think this gratitude assignment was one of the best assignments I've ever done, and truly eye-opening. So thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good day.